In this tutorial, we'll be speaking about financial markets. A market is a place where buyers and sellers of goods meet. Now, in the case of financial markets, this is where buyers and sellers of financial instruments meet. There are two main financial markets. There is a capital market and there is a money market. The difference between these two is that capital markets are long-term in nature. So that's where financial instruments with a duration of over a year are traded. Whereas money markets are short-term in nature. Let's now go deeper into each of these two different markets. The capital market facilitates the trading of shares and bonds. This market is not a physical market. Instead, it's a computer-based platform that facilitates the trading of these shares and bonds, such as what we see on the JSE. The price at which there's an exchange between the buyers and sellers is simply determined by demand and supply. The capital market can be further broken down into two sub-markets. There's a primary market and a secondary market. The primary market is where newly issued bonds and shares are offered to the public in an initial public offering. So the company that seeks these funds gets these funds by selling shares directly to the investor. The secondary market, on the other hand, is where these investors trade with one another. Let's now have a look at the money market. The money market is a place where liquid instruments such as cash are traded. Those with excess cash will provide this cash in the money market to those who need this cash. The trading of these instruments is usually facilitated by a bank or a brokerage firm. However, institutions such as large companies and governments can also act as intermediaries. The buyers in the money market will earn a return for providing this cash to the market. That return is called interest. The sellers, on the other hand, will obtain this cash and use the cash to fund their working capital or operational requirements. Again, to repeat, capital markets and money markets are both examples of financial markets. The capital market is more long-term in nature versus the money market, which is short-term in nature.